Hello everyone! Today I would like to talk to you about puzzles. Now I've been telling you that I'm going to record this video for the longest time and I'm finally putting it together. Now one of the questions that I was asked a lot when I was preparing for this little video was asking about when to start with puzzles and how to start, what kind of puzzles to start with and what age is a good age to begin. Now, Audrey was probably only about 8 months when we got her first puzzle, and they're actually Montessori baby puzzles, and they're just one shape. They come in a pack of 4 different shapes, and I love them because we could just put one puzzle out to start with. So we started with this big circle puzzle, and then as she got more confident, we'd add another puzzle. So we might have put the circle and the square together. And we just started there. Really simple. Of course, when she started, all she could do was take the puzzle piece out, and you'll see she still has them on her shelf now at almost 2 years old, and we just change up some of the pictures inside the puzzle. But what we do is, when she was little, only in about 7 months, she would just pull the pieces out and then we'd help her put it back in and she'd play with it that way. And really it was just about exploring the puzzle. And then as she got older, we introduced a shape puzzle like this, which had lots of different shapes on it. And it really got her to think about which pieces went where. So this was a step up from the individual shape puzzles, and she was probably about, I'd like to say 12 months when we put this out for her. And of course, to start with, all she would do would be pull out all of the puzzle pieces. But as she got older, she slowly started trying to fit them into the right spots. So that is what we moved to next. Now you could also move to a puzzle like this with the little pegs on them, because it helps them to be able to pick up and put the pieces in with a peg. But we haven't actually used this type of puzzle with Audrey. We did with our other kids, but we don't have many. We've slowly given them away and we've really just been using the shape puzzles. So we actually have this one on her shelf at the moment at almost 2. It's from Growing Kind and it's another Montessori style puzzle. And they're just all different size circles, and she can do this one really easily now. So it's not really a challenge, but it's something that she still comes to over and over because she loves it. So after we move from those peg puzzles, we move to something like this, which is a 2-part puzzle. And I like this style because they are a traditional jigsaw where they have to actually manipulate the pieces to put them together. We have some like this, which are similar, which only have 2 or 3 pieces to start with. But let me show you inside. They don't actually, oh wait, these ones do. My other set didn't. Let me show you. So they are a jigsaw as well, sorry. The other set that I have were just a cut down like that, a straight line. And I found she would get really frustrated with them because they would slide apart really easily. So when you're introducing a jigsaw style puzzle, I like to start with ones like this where they have to actually put the pieces together. We have tried these specific ones with Audrey, and even though they are only 2 pieces, she gets a bit frustrated because they are multiple pieces that have to fit together. So I really like these ones. They're called heads and tail puzzles because it's only, whoops, one little part in the middle that they have to connect. So she'll sit on the floor and she'll put one piece down, and then we see her trying to hook this one on, and then she uses her hand to flatten it to secure it together. So they are our favorite at the moment. And what I am doing with her she'll be 2 in October. So she's about 21, 22 months now. Is that right? I think my maths is a bit off. And we just put a couple of pieces or a couple of animals in a little container for her. So at the moment, she's actually only got, I think, 3 animals in here, because if we put out the whole lot, that would just be overwhelming for her. And she's not quite at the stage where she can sort the pieces to find the one that she needs. So often we'll just sit them all out on the floor like this, and then she'll bring them together. And once she's more confident, she might be able to sort through and find the 2 pieces that go together and then put them together. So Audrey's just gotten home from doing groceries and she saw that I had the puzzles out. So she's going to do them while I finish showing you the other puzzles that we use. So once we move on from those 2-part puzzles that connect together like that, I really like these ones by Petite Collage. You can get these from Play Dreamers. Let me just move my camera up so you can see me better. And I really like these because they're a nice step up. So they have multiple pieces. So let me show you the front first. I think it starts with 3 pieces Yep, so this one has 3 pieces, and then it moves to 4, 5, and 6 pieces. So they get more and more difficult as they progress through. So when we did these with Elliot, we started with the 3 pieces, and once he was confident with that, we moved to the 4 pieces, and then eventually we could put out the whole puzzle for him. So what I've done with these is I actually take a photo just from Google, and I print that off so that they can see how the puzzle is supposed to look. And then what we do is we just pop those pieces in a tray or a basket like this. For this puzzle, I'd use a bigger tray, like a round tray probably, or a round basket. And we pop the pieces in with the guide picture to help him. He loved that for a long time. He loved those puzzles. And then once they're confident with that, we'd move to something like this. Not as many pieces. We'd go much smaller and maybe start with 9 pieces and then build up to 12 and then go to 24. We really liked these ones. They're wooden Melissa and Doug puzzles because they came with a nice tray to keep the puzzles in, and then the pieces fit together really nicely as well. So he will still grab these. He's almost 4 and he'll do these really easily and confidently by himself. And then once we finish with the 12 pieces or the 24 pieces, we move to your more traditional puzzles. So these are Ravensburger, I think is how you pronounce it. And the same sort of thing, I will get a laminated picture and pop it in the basket so that we can keep our boxes in good condition. Audrey just wants another puzzle. Now, to start with these jigsaw puzzles, we will do these with the kids until they're really confident and can do them on their own. But I'd say a puzzle is a good fit for the child if it is a little bit tricky, because it really builds their resilience and their ability to problem solve as well. So you don't want it to be too easy all the time. You want to give them a little bit of a challenge as well. So once we move on from those, I really like these petite collage puzzles. The pieces are huge, so they're really good for independent play with the younger kids. They really enjoy them. And then at the moment, Elliot is 4, he really enjoys these ones. I think they're 60 pieces. They're from Play Dreamers as well, and they're Mud Puppy brand. They are really quite challenging because the picture is very detailed. So he will normally start with the outside edges and then work in to finish the rest of the puzzle. And I find that's a really good strategy to teach them when they're younger, is to start with the outside and then fill in the details as they can. So I hope that helps you and has given you some ideas. If you would like some suggestions of puzzles for different age ranges, feel free to pop a comment below and I will help you out with that. But I'm going to go and help Audrey now because she's getting into all the puzzles and we're going to go do that. All right, see you guys.